Good morning. It is 8:30 a.m. here in Enoshima. Behind me, you can see the Enoshima station. This is not a shrine or a temple. This is the train station that leads to Enoshima. So I figured I would start you here. If you took the Odaku line to get here, this is the station you would leave from. So I figured we'd start here and walk from here. It's a bit of a walk, but that'll give people time to join the live stream. So I hope you guys are ready for a interesting island tour of Enoshima. Let's go. All right, we've got a bit of a walk in order to get to the island. So let's go ahead and start making our way. I hope the sound is okay today. I bought a microphone, but that's a long story. But we've got some time together, so I'll tell you the story on the walk. I want you to check out where we're going. And that's it over there. Enoshima Island. We are down here on the bay. This river runs into the bay. You can see we're in a bit of a beach town. This is a resort where folks come to spend their summer days. It's a bit windy out here, but once we get on the island, the sound should improve. But let's go ahead and make our way to the island. The island has a land bridge we can walk across. It also has a highway or a roadway that goes across the land bridge, so you could drive your car over if you like. There's not much driving to be done on the island, so kind of fruitless to actually drive, but you could if you wanted to. Katase Enoshima tourist information. Get your tourist info here if you like. So we have a bit of an underpass to go through. I hope the signal goes okay as we go through here. I'll try to speed walk under here and we can regroup on the other side. This is where we're going. And you can see the land bridge that we'll be crossing. But first, this underpass. Let's get through here. We're coming out the other side of the land bridge. Underpass. And here we are on the land bridge, about to make our way across. You can see over to the right the river leading out into the bay. Out there beyond the pier is Sagami Bay. The dragon is a prominent icon of Enoshima Island. And it goes back to the story of the creation of the island. Back in prehistory days, this area was terrorized by a dragon. And the goddess Benten came down and she made this island for the dragon to live on if he would leave the folks alone in this area. Well, the dragon fell in love with the goddess Benten. Hey, welcome to the stream. It's just telling the story of how the island was created by the goddess Benten. There was a dragon terrorizing the area. And she came down and created this island for the dragon to live on if he would leave the inhabitants alone. And the dragon fell in love with the goddess and decided he would live on the island and leave the inhabitants of this area alone. So that's a little bit of the history. But we are walking across the land bridge. What's the weather like in, where are you now, New Jersey? It is hot. It is steamy. It's 8:30 and it's already about 95 degrees and about 80% humidity. So this is gonna be a steamy but enjoyable walk today. In front of us, you can see the island. Up top there is a lighthouse and observatory called the Sea Candle. And it serves as a lighthouse to keep ships from running into the island, and it also is a tourist attraction. This brown building over here on the right is a spa onsen resort. I've always wanted to stay there, but this place is so close to my house that it just doesn't seem to make any sense to actually pay to come to a hotel when I come down here. It is super bright. Ooh, the Stone Pony. I've seen a bunch of shows at the Stone Pony. That's in Asbury Park, right? This area here, it's kind of early, but this area here is where they rent wave runners and jet skis. I can go into the Sky Candle, except for it costs some money, so we'll have to decide when I get up there if I'm gonna buy a ticket. I don't know if they'll let me live stream though. Everything is cool when you're outside, but when you go inside someplace, they don't take too kindly to you live streaming their customers, so I'm not really sure I can go in there. You can take a bus out here if you don't want to make this walk. And some of the elderly guests, I guess, would do that. Bradley. 10 blocks from the Pony. That's convenient. But do you go there? Just because you live there doesn't mean you go there. All right, I'm gonna stop here on the middle of the bridge, spin you guys around, and show you where we just came from. The station is back over in that direction. And this is the resort town of Enoshima. Enoshima is a town, it's not just the island, but this entire area. And then, if it were clear, there's Mount Fuji, but it's not clear enough to see it. It's a hazy, muggy morning, so. Well, I'm glad to hear that you go there. It's a cool place. It's got a lot of history. Stone Pony. So, as we walk up on this area up here, the lower area is filled with restaurants, souvenirs, and all kinds of shopping. Most temples and shrines in Japan have an area on the walk up to the shrine where people who've traveled a long way can buy souvenirs for their friends back home. They can buy souvenirs to remember their trip. And this place is no different. We're almost across this land bridge. Hello and welcome to the stream. If you're just joining us, we are in Enoshima today, and it is hot. I am dripping sweat already. Got up at the crack of dawn this morning to get down here. It's about an hour from my house, but there was a flying train that I wanted to videotape before we got here, so I got up extra early. This little village here is full of restaurants, but it is just after 8:30 in the morning and there's nothing open yet. This place gets so crowded. This little street here gets so crowded that it's hard to walk. So I decided to come early in the day in order to avoid the crowds, in order to make sure that you guys were still awake. All right, we have made it across the land bridge and we're ready to go up the hill. The website says that the area opens at 8:30, but I'm pretty sure you could come earlier if you wanted to. Here's the entrance to that spa I was telling you about. You can see it's quite grandiose. It's a shame that it's so hazy today because it really is a cool sight looking across there and seeing Mount Fuji. But up we go. They might as well call this island the Island of 1,000 Stairs, because as you'll see soon, there are tons of stairs. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hai, arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no tsuma wa daisuki da yo. I'm speaking Japanese because one of my closest and dearest Japanese people in the world has joined the chat. Everyone say hello to Shed. Shed is my beautiful wife. Hi, Oto-san desu. All right, you guys. If you saw the thumbnail for this stream, you'll recognize this torii gate. Most shrines and temples have a torii gate that you pass through on the way. Also, most shrines in Japan are at the top of a god-awful amount of stairs. It's kind of a way to show your dedication to the temple. If you're willing to walk up all the stairs, then you are worthy of being in the temple. So we got some stairs to climb. Let's go. However, if you are so inclined, there is an escalator that has been installed, and it starts right over here. So if you didn't want to walk up all those stairs, you could take the luminous way. And the escalator will take you up to the first level. There's a second escalator that takes you up to the second level, and a third escalator that takes you to the top. But where's the fun in that? I say we walk the stairs. I'm just gathering my breath. If you're wondering where they got the Triforce for the Legend of Zelda. The Triforce. I hope we don't experience any bokoblins or Ganon along the way. I forgot my Master Sword. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are climbing the stairs to Enoshima Jinja. We're going up to the shrine to take a look, but I want to take a moment to pause right here and just kind of show you where we came from. Behind the Torii Gate is the town of Enoshima. And we are headed up the mountain. So let's go. As I was saying earlier, this island was built by the goddess Ben 10 in order to keep the dragon from terrorizing the inhabitants of the area. So you will see a lot of dragons. This is the Dragon's Island. Enoshima. The word e is Japanese for bay. The word no is kind of like apostrophe s. And Shima is island, so Enoshima roughly translates to the Bay's Island. Arigato. Thank you. I'll try. All right. Catching my breath a little bit here at this first landing. There's also another good place to look out at the bay. You can see the land bridge that we crossed to get here. It's a beautiful day. It's hot, but it's beautiful. Here we have a shisha. This is a guardian lion. It keeps the bad spirits from going any further up the stairway. There's one on either side, and they're here to protect the shrine. Okay, let's go. More stairs, more climbing, more sweat. I don't know if you guys can hear the cicadas. Summer in Japan is a very noisy time. Lots of cicadas. This is a covered lantern. These little houses were built on top of lanterns to keep the wind and the rain out, so that the lantern would stay lit during storms and windy times. This is a statue of Kingyo Sugiyami. He lost his sight when he was a child, but he learned acupuncture under famous acupuncturists. But he suffered from clumsiness, so he confined himself to one of the caves on the island and went on a fast for 21 days. On the last day of the fast, he tripped over a stone and lost consciousness. But when he woke up, he found a bamboo rod with a pine needle inside. It inspired his acupuncture technique, and he cured the 5th Edo period shogun. It said if you find something around this stone, you'll have good luck. So this stone is called Fukuishi, the lucky stone. You guys see anything around the stone that would give us good luck? All right. Let's continue. You can see the folks diligently taking care of the shrine. We are almost to the first level, thank goodness. Over here we have a teirai. This is a hand washing station. You wash your hands before you enter the temple. And these little bamboo ladles are here for you to scoop up water. Whoa! Kind of hard to do this and hold the camera at the same time. Oh, let me see if I can do this. All right. And that's to make sure you're purified before you go up to the temple. Oh, cool. That's new. I've never seen this thing. They have a wind chime hut. Te orate kudasai. Arata yo. Look at this shed. Have you ever seen this? This is really cool. Yeah, Devonia, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your meal, and I hope to see you soon. So these shrines, these temples, they're sort of a sacred place for folks. I don't want to hang out and film too long, so I'll just show you a little bit of folks making their wishes, saying their prayers, and then we're gonna turn the corner and continue on. Over here is a place where you can buy omiyage or omamori. Now, omamori are little charms, or they're little things you hang on your bag that ward off the evil and give you good luck. And over here is an area to wash your money. You put your money in these little baskets, and then you wash them in order to give you good luck throughout the year financially. Once again, you can see another dragon up there. I'm gonna see if I can't show you guys how this is done, but first I gotta put you down, so hold on just a second. And with that, our money is clean, and we should have good luck financially for the rest of the year. There's also a little bin here to toss coins in. If you make it, you also have good luck. I'm unfortunately unable to throw anything with my hands full, but you get the idea. So yes, let's continue up the way. This is but the first of 3 temples. Architecture on this one is quite beautiful. And as I said before, this little bamboo roof here with the wind chimes is new. I've never seen that before. Maybe because it's summer and sunny, they decided to give their pilgrims a little respite from the sun. But come on, let's go. Ah, sugoi-jan. Sugoi means awesome, right? So, that lady found something she thought was awesome. And aside from the big main temples, there are little shrines all along the walk here that are all dedicated to different purposes. So if you came here to pray for good grades, or if you're a couple trying to have a child, or if you have a sick parent, there are places all along here that you can stop and say your prayers. These lanterns are really cool. Sugoi-jan. Hey! Good to see you, good to see you. I think my friend Mickey just joined the chat. And as I was saying before, we'll see a lot of dragons at this island. This island is the home of the dragon. It was made for a dragon. Back in prehistoric days, when the goddess Benten convinced the dragon to stop terrorizing the locals, and she built this island for him to live on. He was so smitten with the goddess that he decided to give up his reign of terror and stay on this island. If you're just joining the live stream, welcome. This is actually live stream number 5 on the drive to 500 subscriptions. We have been making a lot of great progress in the last month. We've gotten over 65 subscribers. So we are driving. So a lot of you guys, I'm sure, are already subscribed, but if you haven't hit that like button, why don't you take this time right now? It'll make you feel good inside. You know you're helping the channel and encouraging other people to watch. So hit that like button and let everyone know that this is worth watching. Over here are rest areas. Anybody got to go? No? All right. Well, let's walk over here and check out these flowers then. Well, Mickey, I guess you missed the land bridge, you missed the station, but we have just started. We are only 30 minutes in and not even halfway up the mountain, so you made it in time. Don't worry, there's lots more to see. The early stuff was basically just, you know, getting from the station over here, walking down the street, so you're here now. So take it in. As I was saying earlier, you could have taken an escalator up here. And here's where you get on the second escalator to go up to the next level. We, however, will not be taking an escalator. We're in it for the exercise. And as always, there are vending machines. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're going up some more stairs. These stairs lead up to the second temple, but they also lead us to an amazing viewpoint of Sagami Bay and the beach resort town of Enoshima, which is on the mainland. We are on a tiny little island out here, but take a look at that. That is Kanagawa Prefecture, and over in that direction would be Kamakura. And this is the yacht club. Enoshima is famous for a lot of things, and one of them is their yacht club. During the 2021 Olympics, this is where all the sailing events started from. So this is a famous port for yachters and recreational boat enthusiasts. You can see over there, covered in blue tarps, all the tiny little sailboats that people use. But yeah, we got more to see. So let's go on up to this temple up here. Quite a beautiful view from there, but we've got more beautiful views coming up, so. This is the second of the 3 temples on the island. And you can see another stone lantern here. And more lions, more shisha. They're fierce. Sugoi. There's the exit for the second escalator. But we're continuing on. These little panels are for wishes and prayers. You buy one, they're pretty cheap. You write down your little wish and your little prayer, And then at the end of the ceremony, they burn everything. Here we see the goddess Benten and her love for the dragon and the island that she created for the dragon to live on. And this is the legend of Enoshima. Woof woof. They might look like dogs, but they are lions. I'm liking these little lanterns here. These are also new. I haven't seen these before. The Triforce of Power. Yeah, look up Enoshima. Benten. It's spelled B-E-N-T-E-N. Like the cartoon Ben 10. The goddess Benten and the dragon. Lots of Triforce lanterns here. And then here, as I promised, is escalator 3. So, when my mom was here with us, she took the escalator and we took the stairs. And amazingly, it takes about the same amount of time. It's just a lot less effort. A lot easier on the knees. Ooh, the purple one, huh? Let's see if we can get a close-up of this purple one then. And you can see here, this is the Torii Gate that we started from, and this is the mountain walk up that we did between the shops. Over here is a picture off the west side of the island. We haven't made it there yet, but it's full of craggy rocks and stuff. And then down here is a 5-headed dragon. And here's a view of the island from the beach, from the mainland, during one of their fireworks displays, or hanabis. And up here we have an image of the goddess Benten, the creator of the island. Yeah, these little wooden and rice paper lanterns are new. I haven't seen them before, and I've been here quite a few times. So it's cool to see new stuff when you come. But let's continue on. Coming up next, we have this cool little shopping street. Of course, everything's closed right now, but I really always love these little narrow, foot traffic only shopping streets. Up here, this green building, when it's open, is a restaurant and a bar, and off the other side, it looks out over the cliff. You can see the bay, and it's a great view. But right now, it's like a little after 9 a.m., so they are not open yet. But I'd say we're about halfway up the mountain island of Enoshima. Here's a good picture of the dragon and the goddess Benten. She's playing the traditional Japanese instrument, the shamisen. It's kind of like the ancient Japanese version of a guitar. And she is placating the dragon's restless soul and convincing him to move to this island and to leave the inhabitants alone. Okay, we've made it to the sea candle. Goodness. Everyone's still here. My phone overheated. pan out. Oh, come back. We're still here, we're just in the shade. Trying to cool down the phone. Yeah, that's one of the problems of the hot summer is iPhones tend to overheat. Drop me a comment if you guys are still here. Hey, welcome back. Sorry. Struggling in this heat. So I figured we'd sit here for a second and let it cool down a little bit. Blowing on the phone. Welcome back. Sorry about that, you guys. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Yeah, it's so hot out here that my iPhone went into emergency mode. I'm like, oh crap. But I'm cooling it down right now with my little fan, so just bear with me. I'll take this chance to show you guys exactly where this island is located. We are just south of Tokyo on the coast. On this little island here, Enoshima. On the right, you can see the marina that we were looking at earlier. Again, it's just south of Tokyo Bay. And then the little bay that we're on is called Sagami Bay. So that's where we're at right now. And we are getting ready to check out the sea candle. I am a puddle. That's why I didn't turn the camera around. You want to see? You want to see? All right. It's hot. I got my little sweat's running into my eyes. Woohoo! Got my little towel here. In Japan, everyone carries little towels, so of course mine has little rabbits on it. Yeah, because I am the hare, no usagi. I'm a soggy usagi right now. But I think the phone has cooled down, so why don't we head off over towards the gardens that surround the sea candle. They're super cool, and I'll show you what that's like over there. But first, let me get you guys situated here in my nifty little stabilizer. There we go. That way you don't feel like you're on the roller coaster. Oh, Shed 7. Toko, eh? I believe my beautiful wife is off to her daily appointments. So everyone say goodbye, Elisako. Jane. Daisuki yo. All right. Let's go. I gotta do a better job of keeping the phone out of the sun, so I'm gonna try to jump from shadows to shadows. These areas here are for folks to sit in the shade after climbing all the stairs. Later in the day, they will have street performers here, jugglers and magicians, performers in this little plaza. But like I said, right now it's a little early. So let's head off to the Sea Candle Gardens. You can see the sea candle rising up out of the trees back there. The garden's open at 9, so we should be good. The only thing you need a ticket for is to go up into the observation tower. So we're not gonna do that. They won't allow me to take you guys up there anyway. So it's just kind of, here we are in the main plaza of the gardens. They got some cool art installations going on. More dragons. I'm gonna skirt around and try to stay in the shade. The phone does well until it's in the sun. It's not necessarily the temperature that gets to it, it's sitting in the sun. I should have brought an umbrella. But here is our ever-present goddess Benten playing the shamisen. Here she is charming the 5-headed dragon. Convincing him to move to the island. And here he is, terrorizing the folks of Enoshima. Such a naughty dragon. All right, let's continue on. I gotta try to stay out of the sun. Yes, this is my kind of place as well. Rich Charizard. My kind of place as well. There's lots of dragons, lots of lore, and then Lon Lon Cafe. If you ever played Zelda, you remember Lon Lon, where they made the milk. Let's see if I can get over here to the shade real quick. Now I'm super worried about my phone overheating. This little cafe has a lovely little veranda where you can see a great view of the bay. Remember I told you, lots of great views. Now, I don't know whether they named this Lawn Cafe after the game or if the game is named after the cafe, but there's Triforces everywhere. There's Zelda references everywhere. If you've played Tears of the Kingdom, you know there are dragons all throughout that one too. Oh. So again, we're looking out over Sagami Bay. To the right over here is the marina. It's nice and cool here in the shade, so I'm standing here giving you guys a prolonged view. Ooh, French toast. I would love to. I'm just afraid that would be kind of a boring stream to just sit here and watch me eat. They are actually filming in the cafe over here. They got lights. There's a guy with a real big professional camera. So I might want to get out of their shot. But this is the Lawn Cafe and their veranda that overlooks the bay. If you come up here, they have really good drinks, non-alcoholic drinks. They have really good shakes and pudding and parfaits. You guys can't feel it, but there's a nice breeze coming off the water. It feels good. Oh. Okay. Cooled down. Breeze is awesome. So let's continue on over into the garden some more. Looks like they're doing a little excavation over there. I wonder what that place used to be. Yeah. French toast soft cream for about $3. You know how you go to these tourist places and everything is super expensive? That's not really a thing here in Japan. So coffee, soft cream, oh, melon soda. I was telling you guys on a stream earlier that melon soda is my all-time favorite soda over here. Ignatius Riley is in the chat. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining the live stream. We are walking around the island of Enoshima. Ooh, I hear drums. You guys hear that? Melon soda. I know that, I think Fanta makes one over here. I bet you could find them. I have yet to see one in the States. Oh, look at these lanterns, you guys. Again, going with the goddess motif. Playing her shamisen. Playing a flute. And the five-headed dragon. And all these little lanterns are sitting in these little wicker egg-like things. These are really cool. This is Umiyama Gallery. Umi meaning sea and Yama meaning mountain. And Enoshima is definitely a sea mountain. So this is Umiyama Gallery. Pretty sure that it costs money to go in there and they wouldn't be too keen on me continuing to videotape. So let's continue. There's still so much to see. This stream is already almost an hour long and we're not even two-thirds of the way finished. So it's gonna be a long one today, guys. But this is one of my favorite places and I don't mind. And you have all these little places to sit. There's can't really see it, but right over here there are cafes and places to buy coffee and drinks and snacks. So you could bring your coffee and snacks and come sit over here in the shade on these little boardwalks through the jungle of Enoshima. I could do that. I could definitely come back when everything's all lit up. It's beautiful at night, but then it'd be about 4 a.m. your time. So we couldn't really do a live stream. I was planning on making a video of Enoshima. Can't really do it today, but I will come back and make a video when all the lights are on because this place is absolutely gorgeous when the lights are on. As we continue down, we are coming up on the sea candle. Dun, dun, dun. It is huge. I don't think there's an elevator. I think if you want to get all the way up there to the top, you have to take these little winding staircases all the way up. So it's not for the faint of heart, but it looks really cool against the clouds, right? And again, it's early and everything's kind of closed, but down here are where some of those cafes are. Well, you know, there was a time when you were on your way here. We could have climbed it together, but you let me down. You let me down. You take your melon soda to the top. All right, anybody need to use the restroom? Speak now or we're gonna continue. All right, guess you guys are good. Here's another souvenir shop. Everything is closed, it's too early. Now you see that white thing over there? See that white thing? Looks like two humps of a camel or something. That is a trampoline. That is filled with air. But only 3 to 6 year olds can use it. I've been here and watched little kids jumping up and down on that thing, and it looks so fun. I'm still a kid, but I'm a little too big for that, so not gonna let me do it. Right over here is the entrance to the sea candle, but we didn't buy tickets, so we won't be going. Oh, there is an elevator. Okay, my bad. There is an elevator. Over here is another direction, looking off towards what I assume would be Shizuoka, which is a different prefecture further to the south. Should be able to see Mount Fuji. I can just barely see it. It's right there. I don't know if you guys can see. It's so cloudy. All right, this is the sea candle part. But let's continue. There are some folks that wanted to get where I was just now, so I'm gonna do the polite thing and head on over. We got more to see. We got more little shops, lots more stairs. So if you like to hear me huff and puff as I go up and down stairs, we got you. It's coming. But let's head out of Sea Candle Park. I'll spin you around for one last look at the magnificent sea candle as we make our way to the rest of the island. All right, sea candle mission check. Let's head back down the alley of lanterns. Enoshima is also known for its beautiful flower gardens. Everywhere you turn, there seems to be gardens and little guys taking care of it. Yes, Shed knows the deal. Mission check. These seem to be little rose gardens. Before we go, let's look at this little pavilion. Got some beautiful peacocks portrayed in this statue. And then this beautifully painted, seems to be Chinese in origin. It looks like some of the stuff we saw in Chinatown, with the brightly colored designs and the really ornate architecture. And it's got a little seat where you can go in and chill out. Let's look at the roof of this place. The ceiling, I mean. How cool is that? It's so relaxing out here. It's so soothing. Totally. And you can sit on these benches and chill out. But there's lots more to see, you guys, lots more. So as much as I'd like to sit here and have a nice little chat, there's more walking to be done. So come on, let's go. There's more to see. And we've already been going at it for over an hour, so. Oh, the sun. The sun is beating down on my poor little phone. I'm trying to hurry up over here and get to the shade. Ooh, shade. Here we have one last look at the main gallery when you first walk in. Yeah, man, those cicadas are so loud. If you were on my Yokohama trip, when we walked up to the station, man, we walked past this big brick wall and there were cicadas all in the trees. And it was so loud. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right. There's another viewpoint over here. Let's go check it out before we head down this super cool little street. It's probably my favorite area. Oh, you can't get to it. It's closed right now. But maybe we can look off this side. There's the sea candle. This is a Buddhist temple. We'll walk past it in just a second. And that, my friends, is the Pacific Ocean. Over there is LA. All right, I think we can get to that viewing spot. I just have to go up over these stairs. Trying to stay in the shade, man. This Apple technology does not like the sun. Ooh, look at this big guy. See him? He's not happy I'm here. Hey, bitch, why you coming bother me? I'm just living my life. We are officially at the highest point of the island now. But that does not mean we are done with stairs. This next little place that we're gonna go is just kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down. You can see the curvature of the earth from up here. Oh, I'm sorry. The earth is flat. Earth is flat. Right, Maddie? Where's Maddie? Some beautiful hydrangeas. It's a little too hot for the hydrangeas. Hydrangea season is kind of over. This little guy is making a lot of noise. You see him? happy I'm here. He's like, leave. I have no idea. What kind of bird are you? I don't understand. I don't understand his Burdenese. His foul language. Get it? Oh my God. I would make a great dad. I got such great dad jokes. Okay, we're gonna make our way down these stairs and over to this little shopping center, shopping street. We kind of came up a part of it right before we got to the sea candle, but here's where it really takes off and really gets cool. So let's head on over here and check out this street. Beware of kites. Remember what I said about stairs? All along this street are restaurants and bars where you can sit and look out over the ocean and have a cool drink. But right now, we have arrived at Enoshima Daishi. So, after the Meiji Restoration, they were real keen to get rid of Buddhism. And all the temples and shrines on Enoshima were shut down and their property was sold. And it wasn't until about the 60s that the Buddhist temple reopened here. And that's why this architecture looks more modern than most ancient temples. But this used to be a huge place of worship for 1,000 years. They've got caves on the other side of the island that we're not going to be able to go to because there's no signal in the caves, but they got caves on the other side of the island that Buddhist priests used to come to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. I read you the story of the acupuncturist earlier who was super clumsy. He stayed in those caves for a while. But this place has been a spiritual pilgrimage point for 1,000 years. But in the Meiji Restoration, which was kind of like the 1860s, no, 1560s, I want to say, 1650s. Don't quote me. They got rid of all the, we're trying to get rid of all the religions so that everyone worshipped the emperor. And not skipping leg day is right. So these red guys are Oni, O-N-I. They're like protective demons. They're here to scare away the bad energy and the evil ghosts, I guess, evil spirits from entering in a temple. They look scary, but they're protectors. They do kind of look flayed. They're kind of like genies, I guess. All right. More stairs. Look down there. Super cool. Yeah, I would say this place probably comes to life in about an hour or two. But you can always get a drink. And then there are some areas here that are just shuttered and have just been kind of abandoned. Now, if you're wondering how a place like Sunday Beach Cruiser right here, how do they get their supplies? You know, people don't walk up all these stairs carrying cases and cases of soda. And one of the last trips when I was here, I got really curious about that myself and decided to do a little off-path exploring. And over here to my right, on the other side of this hill, is a street that you can drive up, little trucks can drive up. Ooh, pizza oven. And they can drive the supplies up here. So they do not carry these big crates full of drinks and food up the stairs. All right, I want you guys to check this out. This is super cool. This is a huge, huge ravine in the island where you can see clear down to the beach. And right here is the Ghost Hotel. Dun, dun, dun. Every time I come here, I imagine there's 1,000-year-old ghosts. There's probably a ghost on that balcony looking at me right now, going, hey, don't point that thing at me. So down here on these rocks, there's none there now, but a lot of times you'll see guys fishing. I guess the tide is in, so you can't really walk out there. But if you go around, if you continue on around and down, like, oh yeah, you can see a guy down there. Oh shit, guys, my phone's getting hot. I'm gonna have to get in the shade. Sorry, we gotta get in the shade before the stream cuts out. All right, in the shade, in the shade, in the shade. Gotta hang out here for a second. I hope you guys don't mind. But if we continued on down around the stairs, it turns into like these big flat rocks, and people always go fishing down there. And later in the day, you would see a lot of folks out there fishing. So I've always wanted to come down here and go fishing, but that would mean carrying all my fishing gear on the train for an hour. I would have to avoid poking people in the face with my long fishing rods. So I haven't yet been out here to go fishing. Maybe I could rent fishing rods, who knows? But I'm gonna try to bust out my little fan real quick. See if we can cool everybody down. You guys are getting too hot. Too hot up in here. Too hot. There you go. Does that feel better? Anyhow, look over here at where we're about to go. The sun's going behind a cloud, so I think we can continue now. There's more view of the ravine over here. Whoa. That's crazy. So the haunted house, the haunted hotel, it was owned by a samurai who, through no fault of his own, through intrigue and politics, was blamed and accused of subverting the daimyo. He was killed by a ninja assassin, and in order to avoid death, his wife threw herself from the balcony deep into the ravine. It said, on a full moon at midnight, you can still hear the samurai and his cries of warriorness as he fought the ninja, only to be ended in the shriek of his wife falling to the rocks. How's that? Is that good? Is that good for the haunted house? All right. Let's continue on. We are almost to the end, you guys. This stream has gone a long time, and I'm pretty sure that my battery on the phone is going to die soon. So I want to make sure we make it down here to the end before the phone dies or before the heat knocks it out. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. Here's some guys that are set up so you can see what this whole street normally looks like when everything is open. There are souvenirs for everyone. Remember what I was saying about the street? And how they don't carry everything up here by hand. Let's walk back here and I'll show you where the little service street is, where the trucks come. So back here is a road, and this road drives all the way down around the backside. It runs all the way down around the backside of the island. And if you needed to get your supplies to your restaurant, or if you wanted to ride your bike up here, which, God, that would be a pain. This is how they get everything up here. Because I've been here a bunch of times and I've walked down that little road and I'm like, I know they're not carrying kegs of beer up this hill. But this is the service road. Man, it's so cool back here. I kind of want to stay back here. But we got just a little bit more to explore, you guys. And then I'm gonna have to sign off. What am I hired for? Am I hired to carry boxes up the stairs? Yep, you got it. More stairs. Like, we might be at the top, but we're still going up and down and up and down, up and down. All right. And as we round this corner and top these stairs, we will be at the end of this little cozy shopping street and almost to the end of our live stream at Enoshima. I'll give you a peek of the back stairs down the back side of this island, but I ain't taking them all. It's like 11 flights of stairs and it goes all the way down to the ocean. You like my samurai ghost story? As long as I can stay in the shade, I'm not too worried about this phone, but that was kind of traumatic when it died on me. Oh no, my phone. So I hope the sound has been okay for this stream. I bought a lav mic, one of those microphones you stick on your collar, but for some reason I have to find an adapter to go from a 3-pole 3.5 millimeter to a 4-pole 3.5 millimeter, and they're like $3 and they're all over the internet. but I could not find a single store in Tokyo that sold them. I went to like 6 different places and called 2 others, but apparently nobody sells them. Okay, we have made it to the 3rd and final shrine. And this is the Shrine of the Dragon. This is where Ben 10's dragon lives. And there's a cave right over here where the dragon lives. So let's go see this grand, spacious abode of the giant dragon that fell in love with Ben 10. Up here on the top of the island, and this is the statue of Yamada Kenkyo from 1757. He was a Shinto priest who started this temple right over here. So the doors to this one are closed, so we can't get too close to the inside to look at it. But maybe we can take a peek over the fence here and get a look at the inside of these little garden grounds. One side, you have the goddess Ben 10 playing her little flute, and on the other side, the dragon who falls deeply in love with the goddess. And just for good measure, we got some Triforce. So let's make our way over in this direction, and I'll show you the Cave of the Dragon. You can tell we're getting close to something special because of all these nobori. These signs, I know you guys have seen these vertical flags. Samurai used to wear them on their back. They used to have them outside the encampment of the daimyo. I know you guys have seen these flags before. The name of these things are nobori. Nobori. N-O-B-O-R-I. They are called nobori. And here is the Cave of the Dragon. Unfortunately, it's not open, but I have been inside. I guess maybe too early, but I think we can probably creep up real close and stick the camera up next to it, and maybe you guys can see the inside. And this is purported to be the cave where the dragon lived, but it's kind of small. I was joking earlier when I told you it was a giant cave. It's tiny. But this is the Temple of the Dragon, our 3rd and final temple here on Enoshima. And with that, We have left the third and final temple and are on our way to the massive set of stairs down the back of the island. He was a tiny dragon. He only looked big up in the sky. Oh, I feel air conditioner. Here's an example of what these restaurants look like when they're open. It is a form of art over here where they make plastic food. All this food is plastic and it's made for display purposes, but it is elevated to an art form. Okay, here's where it starts. Look at those stairs. I'm not going down there because then I'd have to come back up. But that's just the first set. And then there's like 4 more after that. But that is how you would get down to the sea caves if we were going. Unfortunately, there's no service in the caves. You have to buy a ticket for it. I've already seen it, so if I can't take you guys there, I'm not walking down up and down all those stairs, so please forgive me. But when you come to visit me and we're here in person, I'll definitely take you there. How about that? Deal? So we have reached the end of the island, and that's it. So it's over, you say? Not quite. I have a secret, a mystery that we are going to uncover. I promised that there would be mysteries on this island, and we're gonna go check one out right now. We are going to go to the Love Bell. I love you guys so much. Thank you for making it this far into the stream. We are at almost an hour and a half. You guys are troopers for sticking with me. And I want to thank each and every one of you. If you haven't yet, take this chance to hit that like button. The like button just lets YouTube know to show this video to other people. And if you think other people should see this video, hit the like button for your old boy. I know most of you guys are subscribed, but if you have friends that you think would like this content, send them the link and ask them to subscribe. We're on the drive to 500. Right now, before I started this stream, we are at 204. We are up 65 this month. So our drive is going well. And I have all of you guys to thank for it. So thank you so much. This, my friends, is the Love Bell. You can see all the locks of love. People come up here and they bring a lock. And there are just tons of them. But we're gonna do this together, you guys, because I love all of you guys so much. We're gonna ring the Love Bell. You ready? This is for all of you. Thank you guys so much for coming with me. It's been a great joy walking around and showing you one of my favorite places. I rang it for you. You want me to ring it again? Ring it again for Mickey. All right, you ready? Hold your ears. That's how much I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming with me. We have reached the end of the island. There happens to be a secret exit that just goes straight down a big long set of stairs. so that when you're leaving, you can avoid all the lines of folks coming up. Where should I stand? Where's the best light? There we go. So once the stream ends, I will probably be taking the express exit. But I'm trying to do these once a week. Friday morning my time, Thursday evening your time. Let me know in the chat if that works out for you guys. And I'll just definitely try to do another one next week. Try to come up with a good place to go and some more things to see. All right, so I'm going to turn you around, give you a nice view of the ocean, and I am going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for coming with me today. Keep your eyes on the road, and as always, stay safe out there.